So getting it started with today's video, we're starting off Monday with back and buys. I love some back exercises. My chest was kind of hurting this Monday, so I switched up from chest to tries to back and buys, just kind of working something so I can pull heavy. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of explain myself on this YouTube channel. I know on the Instagram I brought kind of an introduction to what this was going to be. But I never kind of explained the gym side of things. I know it's kind of weird that a guy's going to hop on here and just be like, hey, we're going to talk about Jesus, but we're also going to be doing gym vlogs. Now, why gym vlogs? So I've loved fitness. I've loved anything athletic for most of my life. I was always a heavier set kid back in middle school, and then kind of found the gym. One of my first jobs was actually working at a local gym and working out with some of my close friends. We did garage workouts, we did gym workouts, we were going to do bodybuilding shows back then. But I've always just loved exercise. And so I thought, this would be really cool to kind of add to the videos to kind of keep it a little bit more interesting. But also, I felt, a lot of people don't kind of get like full Christian gym videos where they're actually kind of like, they're natural bodybuilders. They're not taking any testosterone or anything like that. Like, they're not preaching the gospel in their videos. A lot of people that I watch are still just like living in the world. And so I was like, why not combine kind of like a story, a documentary video of like my progression towards an amateur men's physique bodybuilding show, and also get to teach the Bible. So my love is to teach the Bible and to kind of go deeper and deeper into the Word and kind of not allow surface level stuff. But I love to dig deep in the Bible, love to actually communicate kind of the things that I've learned in ministry schools and colleges. Throughout my time after high school, we skipped the regular college, went straight to ministry school because we wanted to make money. And if you're in ministry, you understand that that was a complete joke, and that is exactly not why you go into ministry school. So I know you didn't see a chest and try workout. I totally forgot to film it. I think my phone was on like 10%. And I do love this cinematic 4K iPhone video that they started doing. It's really looking good. The colors are kind of, okay, it's not my Sony. But in the season of life, it's going to have to do until we can get back at our other local gym that we work at, Tribal Fitness. So each week I'm going to bring a new topic to the video. So this week is just kind of an introduction into what these are going to kind of look like. And then next week I want to kind of start a series where we go through a discussion topic through the Bible. One of my close friends actually recommended doing a video style edit next week on why the book of Revelation is important. Now, I know a lot of us, we've read or we've heard a preacher preach the book of Revelation, and we still looked at them like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, this makes no sense. They're talking about like, wow, excuse my dog, who just violently shook like a tornado. But a lot of people would look at the book of Revelation and be like, dude, they're talking about like grasshoppers and like beast and like pain, and you're like, dude, why would I want to read this book? But the crazy thing is that book has nothing to do with all of that, and I'm not going to spoil it, but you'll have to check out next week's video to find out my thoughts on the book of Revelation and why it is important for us today. So with that being said, we are going to try and work out something a little bit different. Like I said, this video might work for like 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden it might change up again. It really just depends on how this kind of flows, how this works, how the audio records, the editing time, all that kind of stuff, because the season's about to change for me, and a lot of the faith and fitness stuff is still going to be the same, but actually I get to add the family aspect of it, not only in marriage but fatherhood. So not only are we going to discuss the Bible throughout these videos, but I want to kind of talk my journey through fatherhood, as in the next 2 or 3 videos I could be a full father. I feel like I'm a partial father because the child isn't here yet, but I guess we get to be like 100% a father. But wanted to kind of quickly, those belt squats, man, flippin' suck, but they are the greatest things ever. It's a great movement to ISO your quads. It is very aggressive, but worth the while. We're moving on into shoulder exercise. I didn't get too much video on this because shoulders to me is boring, but it's well needed. We just recorded a couple of shots of the movements. We just really just shoulder press and a lateral raise on the dumbbells. If you've ever done dumbbell lateral raises for tempo, and you're not just trying to swing sorry, those aren't lat raises, those are front raises. But if you've ever done those, they're super humbling because you feel like you can do a lot more weight, and then you get to like rep 8 with your 15-pound dumbbells, and you're like, excuse me, this is the dumbest thing ever. The same thing with ISO lateral raises on the cables. I can only do 10 to 15 pounds on the cables, even though I feel like I should be able to do a lot more, but it is absolutely hilarious how humbling some of these exercises are. On to my favorite day. I can never get enough of leg days. In men's physique, you see a lot of people with the skinniest and scrawniest legs, but the greatest upper bodies. But I'm not going to win this bodybuilding show. If I do, it is a miracle of God. But I will, for some reason, get a trophy for best legs in class. We train leg day. We don't skip leg day. Leg day is one of the funnest days for me. It is more fun than a bicep curl. It is more fun than any back exercise. I will do leg day every day if I could. Starting off with some very slow tempo deadlifts, straight-legged deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, whatever you want to call them. I was watching an interesting video from Mike Israetel on Renaissance periodization, and he was talking about how the RDLs and the straight-legged deadlifts are basically, if not the same movement. There's history behind it. So whatever you want to call it, you can call it. But we're going for tempo here. We're not really going for anything serious. No serious weight. We already pulled our serious weight last week or the week before. This week we're really working on getting that hamstring stretch. So we're taking a slow down movement and pulling it as slow as possible, trying to get about 2 inches above the ground. So in this video right here, I wish I was recording the person's face to my right. You saw me give him a look right there. He's absolutely awesome. He was basically cheering me on as I was repping this out. And it really helped kind of motivate. I know it's only, let's see, that's 225 plus 2, that's 250, 255? No, 245, 255, 245 something. My math ain't mathing. But he was giving me some encouragement over there. Really appreciated it as this started getting heavy once you go super, super slow and really focus on that stretch at the bottom. And because I'm the biggest dummy ever, I was like, you know what? I didn't get that much of a pump in the hamstring. So what do? We strap on our Gym Reaper wrist straps, and we're like, let's do some dumbbell ISO, or not ISO, but dumbbell RDLs. And I gotta say, if you've never done dumbbell RDLs, highly recommend them. I felt like I was able to get a lot more stretch. You can also start to see the weeble wobbles in my knees as they are shaking, begging for mercy. But on leg day, there is no such thing as mercy and or grace. We go at it. We do not slow down. We keep it going. On to the next exercise. We have the beautiful Rogue glute hip thruster machine, whatever you want to call it. Had a guy one day tell me, you know that little girly machine that works your like girls only do? And I'm like, you talking about hip thrusters, bro? He's like, yeah, those things are like for females only. I was like, okay, you do some hip thrusters, feel that squeeze in them glutes and hamstrings, and then you tell me. If it was only a women's exercise, women, y'all are absolute beasts for this because I absolutely hate these things. Moving on to the final day that I have recorded. We have our arm day. I actually brought one of my friends. He is the president and owner of the nonprofit that I actually work with and on the board with. So we got some arm workouts, just some bis and tris, nothing too serious. We got our barbell curls starting off the day. I got a text from him this morning actually saying that he is super sore. He's never kind of done a full hypertrophy, very intense workout like this. Doing some tricep pull downs right now just to kind of interject real quick. But this was a super fun, super good pump on the arms, arm exercise. I don't like arms isolated per se, just because it's boring to me. But like whenever you get the pump and you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing your veins and your biceps and your triceps for the first time in years, and you're like, okay, I can get with this. So we got some hamstring curls right here. I think we had 3 movements after this, but we didn't get it recorded. So yeah. But yeah, guys, as we finish out this video, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, as we will dive into the book of Revelation next week. I hope you do not miss it. This is Corey Lifts, and we will see you next week. Peace.